was watching an interview on TalkSport with Brad Friedel, as well as who's this guy? Darren Bent. Yes, I was watching an interview with him, and Brad Friedel actually said something very interesting about Arsenal. The biggest thing is the psychological factor of them. Yes, they are the best team right now in the Premier League, and I also do genuinely think so. They are the best team in the Premier League, but the best teams don't always win. So he actually said something very interesting psychologically. That's the biggest test for Arsenal, to see if they will be able to get over that hurdle. Because once it starts to get crunch time here towards the end of the season, that creep of doubt is going to start creeping in their minds and thinking, you know what, can we really do this? And especially if Manchester City is hot on their tails, they're definitely going to feel the pressure. So, and that's the biggest thing for me. They never won it before, so they do not have that winning mentality. And I don't mean it in a bad way, but they don't have that winning mentality where when it's crunch time, it will happen. Yes, we can say the same thing with Pep. When he came into the team, it was a fairly new team. That team didn't have a winning mentality. But the likes of Aguero was there, Company was there, David Silva was there, and Pep himself. And I think that's the factor. That's the biggest thing that sets Manchester City apart from the rest of the Premier League teams. And it's Pep for me, in my opinion. Yes, Manchester City is a fantastic team, but for me, Pep is the difference. Yes, he had a terrible season last season, but for me, that's the difference. That guy knows how to win. He is the X factor for Manchester City in my opinion. Yes, you can talk about Haaland, De Bruyne over the years, Phil Foden currently, but it's Pep. For me, it's Pep. And as long as he's there, it's really going to be difficult for a lot of teams to, compete for. Okay, look, teams will compete for the Premier League, but to actually go out and win it, it's going to be very difficult. That's why, in my opinion, I thought, yes, Manchester City had a fall off last season. Pep was also going through his own personal issues as well, but that was a window that opened for the rest of the Premier League. And yes, look there, Liverpool took advantage and they won the Premier League. Did they win it by fluke? I don't know, because if they really meant it, they would have gone out and challenged for the title. But it doesn't look like it, especially with their intentions. They showed us that they wanted to retain the title by the amount of money that they spent. So yeah, talking about money, we're not really going to go too much into that from a Manchester City's perspective, but yeah, it's really going to be interesting. I know that I'm saying that a lot, but yeah, in my opinion, Pep is still the X factor. Yes, Arteta won the Premier League as a coach, but it was Pep all along, Pep all the way, and he's the decider. So yeah, in my opinion, I still think Manchester City will win it come the end of the season. I know it's a little bit too soon to say, but I really back my team. I can see how we are playing. Yes, we have some defensive issues to figure out, to fix, but I think that we're going to snatch it. We're going to nick it from Arsenal, because I think that they psychologically it's going to be really tough for them towards the end of the season. But let me know in the comment section